Tell every individual, indeed the losers. And then defines, and this is the beauty of Quran. When Quran gives a definition, when Quran says about something, gives a definition so that a person cannot think of a definition of his own. So Allah says, Innal khasirin, indeed the losers. Who are these people? الذين خسروا أنفسهم وأهليهم يوم القيامة. The losers are those who have put themselves and their family members in loss on the day of judgment. A person does not want to put himself in a loss. You ask an individual, why are you venturing in this business? Why are you starting or looking for options to start this business? No one is going to give you an answer that I have started this business so I can gain, I can get lost, and I can can lose profit as business. So every individual, when they invest in something, are looking for profit, gain, so on and so forth. So Allah Azza wa Jal says, the losers are those who have put themselves and their family members in a great loss on the judgment. And Allah Azza wa Jal describes, ذَلِكَ هُوَ الْخُرَانُ الْمُبِينُ. That understand and adhere that this is a loss. Because the loss of this world are very temporary. Today you have it, tomorrow you don't. Every individual goes through different situations, different types of trials in dunya. But one stays in one condition, one problem throughout his life. And that's the system of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But the loss of the day of judgment is the complete loss. It's a loss that a person can never revoke. He can never back and fix. لَهُم مِّن فَوْقِهِمْ ظُلَلٌ مِّنَ النَّارِ وَمِن تَحْتِهِمْ ظُلَلٌ. Allah says there will be fire on the from up their head, and there will be fire beneath their head. ذَلِكَ يُخَوِّفُ اللَّهُ بِهِ عِبَادَهُ يَا عِبَادِ فَاتَّقُونِ. And this is Allah Azza wa Jalla, what He is making you aware of. Allah says, oh my servant, be cautious of me, fear me. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is giving us warning again and again in the Quran to rectify our actions, to look for the benefit of your after. Why? Because those actions which are done only the sake of Allah, these are accepted in the court of Allah. Ala lillahi dinul khalis. Allah says, Allah only has the purest of religion belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For Allah is the only pure. Allah Azza wa Jal doesn't accept which is diluted. Allah doesn't like actions that a person does with multiple or different intentions. And this is what we need to secure. The security of our action is based on our intention. إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. The actions are governed by your intention. You can do the most great action in your side or in the side of Allah, but the intention is corrupt. That action is accepted. And another step forward is to protect our intention. الناس كلهم هلكاء إلا العالمون والعالمون كلهم هلكاء إلا العاملون عاملون كلهم هلكاء إلا المخلصون والمخلصون على خطر عظيم. That an entire humanity is in a great loss, a destruction, except those who possess knowledge, because knowledge gives you the ability to govern your way when you move forward. But knowledge is no beneficial until you practice on what you say and what you learned. Because practice is what makes a difference. Abdullah bin Abbas radiyallahu anhu says, you can acquire as much as knowledge you want, but it will have no weight in of Allah until you don't. There are many people in this world know about many rules and regulations, halal and haram about Islam. But how many practice it? A person know that when I have jealousy against someone, my actions are going to be destroyed. As the Prophet ﷺ said, that indeed jealousy, it destroys your actions. Good deeds are eaten up. But I develop jealousy against individuals, against their achievements. I know about this, but I don't practice it. I backbite about individuals, and I know that what is this sin, backbiting. So having to know a lot does not make a difference. Have to do a lot, that makes a difference. The person can sit down and can learn all the things of the world, but until he doesn't put himself behind the stove, start cooking, he's not gonna have a meal. So to put practice you have learned and what you have achieved. And then and every single person who do action in this world, وَقُلْ اعْمَلُوا فَيَرَى اللَّهُ عَمَلًا وَرَسُولُهُ وَالْمُؤْمِنُونَ سَتُرَدُّونَ إِلَى عَالِمِ الْغَيْبِ وَالشَّهَادَةِ فَيُنَبِّئُكُم بِمَا كُنتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ. Allah says, O Messenger of Allah, tell people to do actions, and Allah is watching your actions. And Allah Azza wa Jal will give you on the day of judgment based on what you have done. إنما هي أعمالكم أحصيها لكم ثم أوفيكم إياها فمن وجد خيرا فليحمد الله ومن وجد غير ذلك فلا يلومن إلا نفسه. As Hadith Qudsi mentions, the riwayat of Muslim, that your actions have been gathered by Allah and preserved. And the Allah Azza wa Jal will give you a compensation according to that. And whoever is good, he should thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And whoever finds it otherwise, he should not blame anyone else except himself. He should only blame himself. Actions needs to be governed. And without that governing, actions are accepted in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the first priority when it comes to governing your action is sincerity. For whom I'm doing this action? For what purpose I am doing this action? To please who I am doing this? Is it in individuals or is it Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Is it people or is it Allah Azza wa Jalla? Those who have ikhlas, they are in great danger. Why? Because they have the greatest thing that a person can possess, and that is ikhlas in their action. One person with sincerity, it is more heavier and more greater in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than people who are doing many actions without any sincerity, without any ikhlas in it. And those who have ikhlas, Allah protects them. Allah saves them. Allah secures them. As hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Imam al-Tirmidhi rahimahullah is mentioned in Sunan, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala likes certain people. Inna Allah yuhibbul abrar al-atqiya al-akhfiya alladhina idha ghabu lam yaftaqihu wa in hadharu lam yuqarrabu wa lam yu'rabu qulubuhum masabihul huda yakhrujuna min kulli ghabarin mudlimah. That the people loved by Allah, al-abrar, the most righteous, al-atqiya, the most God-fearing, al-akhfiya, who are not known to people, not recognized, not identified, no highlights have been given on their name. الَّذِي إِذَا غَابُوا لَمْ يَفْتَقِدُوا, when they are not present, no one looks for them. وَإِنْ حَضَرُوا لَمْ يُقَرَّبُوا وَلَمْ يُعْفُوا. When they are present, it brings them closer. No one gives them plaque of recognition. قُلُوبُهُمْ مَصَابِيحُ الْهُدَى. Their hearts are the lantern of hidayat. Their hearts are the lantern of guidance. خُرُجُونَ مِنْ كُلِّ وَرَاءَ مُظْلِمَةٍ. Their hearts will be the means of guiding the entire humanity. This is why Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam built the people of sincerity who didn't do things for their own cause. They did for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That we are only doing it for the sake of Allah. O Messenger of Allah, we will take you upon every calamity. Why? Because we want the reward from Allah. When Ansar Medina, they were given back from they had given as a sacrifice for the sake of Allah's deen. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, after the battle of the Fath of Khaybar, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam starting to give back the houses which the Ansar of Medina gave and the sacrifice that they have given. Sa'ad bin Mu'adh anhu came to the sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and he said, Ya Rasulullah, we don't want it. I gave my house to this person for the sake of Allah, and I only want reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We don't want anything back from this worldly affairs. We only want reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is the spirit and the quality of a'mal that actually change the entire universe. Which you and I lack. Which we don't have. That even our actions are done based on our convenience. And on top of that, we ask Allah protection, but unfortunately, the shaitan's attack upon the actions of individuals is so severe that he thinks that he's doing the right thing for the sake of Allah. In his heart, playing all games. His mind, he is manipulating people, trying to find ways to manipulate individuals by his words. And that is dangerous. Shaitan said to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, قَالَ فَبِمَا أَغْوَيْتَنِي لَأُزَيِّنَنَّ لَهُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ وَلَأُغْوِيَنَّ أَجْمَعِينَ. That, oh Allah, you doomed me to the highest status that I had. But now there is a mission that I'm going to take upon myself, for which individual, that son Adam and his children, that you had given me this lower status and you doomed me, I will make sure that I will decorate everything. And what is the decoration of shaitan? Shaitan decorates two different ways. The first decoration of shaitan is he brings fit in front of you in those things which are harmful. Disobedience of Allah is harmful, but he brings decoration. Why? It brings comfort. He brings the haram in front of you as a very light thing. He brings halal in front of you as a very difficult thing. So that's the decoration of shaitan. The second decoration of shaitan is when you're doing a good action, he manipulates your mind and he takes you away from the great purpose that you're doing it for. So he is giving money in charity. Eventually, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him that courage and the ability that I can spend for the cause of Allah, but then she comes into his mind. Look, he's watching. You should be recognized. Why they are giving you such a level treatment where you should be recognized because you have given so much contribution. He's given this position, not him. He's not worthy. I am more worthy. So all of these shaitan brings into mind. This is the zeen of shaitan as he taken an oath. لَأُزَيِّنَنَّ لَهُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ وَلَأُغْوِيَنَّهُمْ أَجْمَعِينَ. And I will make every single one of them go astray. But then shaitan knows one area he cannot attack. one place he is not able to penetrate inside. إِلَّا عِبَادًا مِّنْهُمُ الْمُخْلَصِينَ. Except for your servant who are sincere in their action. And sincerity is developed through doing action. A person cannot sit back and says, okay, when I get the sincerity, then I will do the action. That's not going to work. A person needs to strive. First, learn how to do it right. Then do it right. And then ask Allah to grant you sincerity. When there is a challenge come, you let it go, whatever you're looking for. Why? Because you did it for the sake of Allah. Maslama ibn Abdul Tarikh Damish. It is mentioned this narration story that Maslam ibn Abdul Malik, he was appointed by the Khalifa to go and conquer an area. And there was very big barrier that they were not able to cross. However, there was a small hole in that area. And Masla bin Abdul Malik is asking, who is able to go through this? And one individual comes forward, he finds a way, somehow gets inside, opens the door for the Muslims. They go inside, and Allah Azza wa Jalla gives them victory. After the victory has been achieved, Masla ibn Abdul Malik asks, where is Sahibun Naqb? The person who has managed to go inside this hole. Where is he? No one is giving an answer. The second time he makes the announcement, no one answered. The third time he makes an announcement, no one answered. And then he says that I am your Amir, and I command you to pose and come and meet me. Islam Abdul Malik goes into a tent. A person approaches the guard, and he says, I want to meet the Amir. He says, why? Because I can tell him this Sahibun Naqb is the person of the hole. Okay, go inside. He asked him, are you Sahibun Naqb? He says, no, I'm not. But I can tell you who this person is. And before I tell you, I have three conditions. This condition is, you will not write his name and send to Khalifa be recognized. The second is, لا يؤمر له شيء. You will not tell anyone that he should be rewarded. And number three, you should not ask him to expose himself. He said, ذاك بك. Yes, you have the conditions. Now tell me, who is Sahibun Naqb? He said, Ana Sahibun Naqb. I'm that person. I am that person that Allah used me for this cause. The narrator of this narration said that I was with Maslama ibn Abdul Malik. He never prayed as salah, that after that he made the dua, Allahumma ja'al ma'a sahibi bin naqb. Oh Allah, make me with that individual, with that sahib naqb, who did his action with so much sincerity and did not receive and did not even ask for a compensation. And when that compensation was given, and that recognition and reward was coming on his way, he stopped. These are people, my brothers and sisters, that we need to develop to be. And this is where our action is going to be beneficial for us on the day of judgment, to save from that great loss which Allah talks about in the Quran. The person great loss are those who put themselves and their family members lost on the day of judgment. We ask Allah to protect us, save us. We ask Allah to make us among those fulfilling His orders, securing our action. We ask Allah Azza wa Jalla to bring sincerity in our action. Amin ya Rabb al-Alameen. أقول قول هذا أستغفر الله ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن سيدنا ومولانا محمد عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. أما بعد، فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد بعدد من صلى وصام، وصل على محمد وعلى آل محمد بعدد من قعد، وصل على جميع الأنبياء المرسلين والصحابة المقربين من الله عليهم أجمعين. اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين، اللهم انصر من نصر دين محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم واجعلنا منهم. ظلما خذل الذين محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم ولا تجعلنا معهم. اللهم اقسم لنا خشيتك ما تحول بيننا وبين معاصيك، من طاعتك ما تبلغنا به جنتك، من اليقين ما تبين به علينا مصائب الدنيا. متعنا اللهم بأسماعنا وأبصارنا وقواتنا أبدا ما أبقيتنا، واجعله الوارث منا، واجعل ثأرنا على من ظلمنا، وانصرنا على من عادانا، ولا تجعل مصيبتنا في ديننا، واجعل الدنيا أكبر همنا ولا مبلغ علمنا، ولا إلى النار مصيرنا، واجعل الدوس هي دارنا. آمين يا رب العالمين. آمين يا رب العالمين. آمين يا رب العالمين. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله العلي العظيم يذكركم، وادعوه يستجب لكم، ولذكر الله تعالى أعلى وأعز وجل وأهم وأبعد، والله يعلم ما تصنعون. أقم الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمد رسول الله. حي على الصلاة، حي على الفلاح، قد قامت الصلاة، قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
استووا